the evidence of my clay carving. Oh my God. Oh, gee, it's brutal out here. If you can see the moon up there, can you see the moon up in the sky? It's way, way up high. The moon is in the sky. It's way up high. Oh, I just got out of bed. Oh. Well, I've been working on trying to get my studio cleaned up a little bit. Let me show you what's going on here. Oh. Oh. Well, that's an old piece. This piece right here, that section over there was done in 1990, Gulf War, us and them. And then I added all of that kind of stuff, and then that, and then that. That's happened. That piece happened over a few years. Now I want you to just look at that floor. Look at the magnificent beauty of a floor with nothing on it. Now, there's a bunch of stuff with a bunch of stuff on it over there, which I haven't started yet, but I wanted to come and start cleaning my studio. It was just a, you know, the way I do things is I'll do something, and then I just, okay, there it is. I just throw it down. I mean, there you go. There's a little evidence of that. You know. So anyway, things are starting to get a little more cleaned up. You know. We'll see what happens. I talked to a friend of mine. He's a really good guy. There's a kiln right here that I bought. That kiln. But the panel's not on it, and he needs to put the panel on. So he's going to come out and help me get that together. And hopefully I'll be making some pottery. So, let's look and see what happened. Let's look into the kiln. See what happened. Oh, yeah. There was a full... Oh, there was like a kiln. Clay comes in these kind of packages right here. There's a package of clay down there, that gray thing, okay? So I was outside and, cleaning up stuff, and I found one of those things that was, I found one of those things that was, that was outside. It was just, all the moisture left it, and so it was this hard block. So I brought it out, and I started carving. And I started carving these shapes, these pieces. So this is the first time I've seen them in the state in which they have been carved. So these are fully fired pieces of clay. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but once I get that kiln finished, I'll be able to do all kinds of, that small kiln that you saw there, that's a different kind of a kiln. But that big one will hold a lot of these kind of things. That's reminiscent of something. My memory is so, it reminds me of something. I just can't put my finger on it. Huh. It's been so long since, it's whatever. Let's see what this one looks like. Wow. Oh yeah. This is a piece of pie. I think it's almost like a, it's sort of like a pumpkin pie, I think. A pumpkin pie. And this right here, this is almost like a niche, where there was a niche here, and the thing broke. Huh. Well, anyway, that's fun. Isn't that a nice coloration? So if I could make these things to have that sort of a coloration, it would look like rocks. This is a beautiful coloration. Just take some of the sunlight off of it. Oh boy. I just got out of bed. Where's my coffee? Oh my God! Now the eternal, the never-ending search for the coffee cup. I mean that. Oh, I remember something like. Okay, there it is. Good, good, good. Oh, I wanted to say something here because there's a person on YouTube mentioned something about meeting my daughter and my kids, my grandkids. I mean, there's been some people on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for quite a while. I mean, this is how far it goes back. YouTube used to have a list. I don't know if they still have that or not. I don't think they do. A list of the most subscribed people. This is going to be very, very surprising. But at one time, I was the 75th most subscribed person on YouTube. That was wild. I mean, there's a whole story behind that. I think I've done videos about that, I'm going to talk about that. But in all the time I was on YouTube, I only mentioned my daughter within the last maybe 3 months, 2 or 3 months. I never, want people to, I don't know. So I never mentioned anything. Never mentioned anything about my past, really. I mean, I'm not I'll tell you all about my drug rehab or whatever, all that stuff. But I don't get other people involved. I don't bring in other people and say, oh, I mean, if they want to come and do a video, that's fine. There was a guy who did a video who was Roberto, my friend. But he didn't want to be on camera, but he helped me do videos and stuff. It was fun. But, if my daughter wants to be, that's fine, then, yeah, okay. But if she says, no, I'm not going to try to twist her arm or something, But the grandkids, I might talk to my daughter about doing a video with the grandkids, except they have like bags on their head, That might be fun. That'd be a lot of fun to do that. But to put those images out on the web, it's not really my trip. It's just not. I don't mind about myself, but I don't want to get anybody else involved. Let's see here. Is there anything to talk about? Well, nothing except I shaved, which it's obvious. I shaved, and I'm starting to clean up the studio. So now I've got to attack the freaking kitchen. And then once the kitchen's done, I'll stay. Hey, that's a big success. So the idea is to try not to let it get that bad in the future. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And the idea of 1000works.com is continuing, certainly. And I'm not sure exactly how to. Well, it's in progress. It's a beautiful thing, because, when if you're a person that does art, or if you're a person that does anything really, and you say, okay, I've got this idea. I want to do this idea. And I had a quote about that when you decide, other things start to open up. So once I get going, things will open up and things will come from different areas that I never even expected. So it'll be a wonderful experience. It'll be a lot of fun. It should be a lot of fun for people to watch. More fun than watching me talk about, nothing. Even though I know when I talk about nothing, I mean, it's just magical. It's just a magical thing, because I can make nothing seem like the most wonderful thing, Oh, look. Huh. Isn't that wonderful? Just look how wonderful that is. Oh, let's frame it. So you can see the wondering beauty of it. Look. Oh. Just look how beautiful that is. And that's the thing, you know, if you take things like this, take squares and things like that, I take a lot of these kind of things. And this is something that you can do, something that I would encourage you to do, actually. I would encourage you to do this. And if you don't do it, you are a bad person. And you'll get hives if you don't do this. You know, you can get something like this, like just like a piece of cardboard, okay? And then you can go around your world, wherever your world is, and just look at things. You know, and just look at things through this and you know, I'm having a hard time seeing right now, but you can just look at this through things like this and come up with your own way of looking at life. You know, and just have an enjoyable time. This, you can have fun just doing things like this. You don't have to get a freaking video game. I mean, you know, just do stuff like this. I know this is going to sound really, really, really boring to a lot of people, but these kind of things can be really interesting. See, this is a very interesting thing here. You know, it's just a picture of Jesus right here, and there's a painting that my friend did up here, and he's there with his. I don't know if that's his father. I don't know if that's a school teacher or his mom, but there he is with that little dirty picture, and there he is you know, he's been crucified. There's the blood on his hands. You know, so they're really going to give it to him, and then you have this. And then you put those two things together, and then you start to have these kind of like conversations or something, you know, with yourself at least, you know. So I would encourage this kind of thing, you know, just to see what happens, you know. I would also encourage you to sell your house and send me a bunch of money, but I don't think you're going to do that either, you know. So my encouragement really doesn't make any difference. Now, does it? No, it doesn't really make any difference at all, because you're not going to do anything anyway. Because you don't care. And it's no big deal not to care. But it is a big deal not to send me some money, you bunch of deadbeats. I've made all kinds of videos, and you freaking deadbeats don't do anything for me. You never send me anything except a stupid comment. Oh, ha-ha, huh. Come on. Make it real. Make it sing. So you get over here and you give it a different shot, you know, with these different elements, and it's fun, you know. And then you see that, something like that, and then you go briefly over here like that until you get into the black sun of death, and then you come back from the black sun of death back in here like that, and you know do things like that. I mean, there's a very old piece that's a print that I did many years ago. It's a collage and print. That was fun. I did that. I did that back in oh man, when was it? That was like 1989, I think. Okay. Well, all right. Oh boy. Okay, I'm hellorodney. Thanks for watching. And